Yes, good morning to all. Ma. Now, today we are going to proceed theorem number 7 in this unit. Ma. That theorem number 7 statement is if f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b, simply you can write it as like this. Ma. And k is any real number, means k belongs to R, then prove that kf, this new function k into f, is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b. The same statement they may give in words also. If f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b and k belongs to R, then prove that kf is also Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b, right? Yes, first of all, let us take your given condition. Ma. Actually, what is this property meaning? Ma? Whenever f is Riemann integral on closed interval a comma b, ma, if you can multiply with that function f with real number k, ma, then that new function is again Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b. Ma. That is the above statement meaning. Ma. First, I am going to give this. Ma. Given that f belongs to R of closed interval a comma b, means f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b. This implies integral a bar to b f of x into dx is equal to integral a to b f of x into dx, which is equal to integral a to b bar f of x into dx. Otherwise, this same condition you may proceed like this. Ma. L of f is equal to integral a to b f of x into dx is equal to u of f. Already I told. Ma. L of f means this integral a bar to b f of x into dx, lower Riemann integral. U of f is what? Ma? Upper Riemann integral. Ma. Already in the introduction I proceed. Why I am giving this means, in your syllabus particulars, ma, in our prescribed book, ma, instead of this notation they given this, ma, L of f. Instead of this notation, ma, they given this u of f. Ma. That's why here I am writing. Ma. But I will do my work for this only. అంటే మీకు ఎగ్జామినేషన్లో సపోజ్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు ఇలా టర్మ్స్ ఇస్తే డోంట్ మిస్అండర్స్టాండ్. ఎల్ ఆఫ్ ఎఫ్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ వాట్? మా ఇంటిగ్రల్ ఏ బార్ టు బి ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ఇంటూ డిఎక్స్ అండ్ యూ ఆఫ్ ఎఫ్ ఈజ్ వాట్? మా ఇంటిగ్రల్ ఏ టు బి బార్ ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ఇంటూ డిఎక్స్. మా రైట్, let it be this is relation number 1. Ma. Ika now, whenever you go through one closed interval a comma b, ma, there exists a partition. Ma. Now take p is a partition. Ma. I mean, I am going to take p is equal to a, which is what? Ma? x0, x1, x2 and so on, xn minus 1 comma xn, where xn is b, is a partition of, it is a partition of closed interval a comma b, ma, right? According to this partition, you can define general subinterval. It is rth subinterval. Ma. Let us go for it. Ma. This implies IR is equal to closed interval xr minus 1 comma xr is rth subinterval and delta r be length of it, means length of what? Ma? IR. Okay na? Here IR is what? Ma? Rth subinterval in this process. Ma. Okay na? Here already we know f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b, means f should be bounded on closed interval a comma b. Ma. Whenever f is bounded on closed interval a comma b, f should be bounded on each IR. Ma. Whenever f is bounded on each IR, there exists infimum and supremum of f on IR. Ma. Here I want to take small mr is infimum of f and capital Mr is supremum of f on IR. Ma. Those lines I am writing here. Ma. We know that f is bounded on each IR. Let small mr equal to infimum of f, means small mr is infimum of f and capital Mr is equal to supremum of f, means capital Mr is supremum of f on IR. Okay na? ఎనీ ప్రాబ్లమ్ హియర్ మా? ఇక్కడి వరకు ఏమైనా ఇన్కన్వీనియన్స్ ఉందమ్మా? రైట్. ఆల్రెడీ వీ నో దట్ వెన్ ఎవర్ ఎఫ్ ఈజ్ బౌండెడ్ ఆన్ ఈచ్ ఐఆర్ మా, if k is any real number ma, k into f is also bounded on that interval. That word I am writing ma. Here k into f is also bounded on each IR, right? But here remember one condition ma, whenever infimum of f is mr ma, what is infimum of k into f? Basically infimum of k into f is k into infimum of f. Supremum of kf is what ma? K into supremum of f. With that you can define infimum and supremum of this kf ma. Those words I am writing here ma. We know that infimum of k into f is equal to k into infimum of f. Basically here k belongs to R we taken, but it is positive real number, remember ma. And supremum of k into f is equal to k into supremum f ma. Right? From this, can you define infimum and supremum of kf ma? For this new function kf, infimum is what ma? Infimum of kf is equal to k into infimum of f. We taken what ma? Small m r. And supremum of kf is what ma? K into supremum of f, it is capital M r ma. That means whenever k into f is bounded on each IR, for k into f function also there exists infimum and supremum ma. Let us take k into mr is infimum of kf in IR, and k into capital M r be supremum of f in IR ma. Right? This is your work ma. Idi manam proceed aina result andi. Right? Now let us go to required condition. Here what we have to show ma, ikkada manam cheyalsa work entama, right? Here first I want to find LPF ma, I mean LP of k into f, because kf function you have to proceed na. First find LP kf ma. Amma here you can write p comma kf or kf comma p. మీ ప్రిస్క్రైబ్డ్ బుక్ అనేది kf comma p రివర్స్ ఆర్డర్లో ప్రొసీడ్ అవుతున్నారమ్మా. ఇదంతా కూడా బీ కేర్ఫుల్, రైట్? We know that L of p comma kf is equal to what ma? Summation. Now kf is infimum is what ma? This small k m r into delta r from r is equal to 1 to n ma. Here understood or not? LPF means lower Riemann sum of this is what ma? This infimum is what ma? K m r into length of the interval delta r ma. Here k is constant, take outside the summation ma. K into summation small m r into delta r from r is equal to 1 to n ma. This is equal to k into, is it summation small m r into delta r is LPF or not ma? I mean k into, this is L of f comma p or p comma f, any order you can write. This is your L of p comma kf ma. In the similar way, let us go for u of p comma kf in the same manner ma. It is sigma k capital M r into delta r from r is equal to 1 to n ma. Here k take outside the summation because it is constant number ma, into capital M r into delta r from r is equal to 1 to n ma. This is equal to k into u of p comma f. I mean here L of p comma kf is k into L of p f ma, p comma f ma. U of p comma kf is k into u of p comma f ma. అమ్మ ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, ఎగ్జామినేషన్లో దీన్ని L of p comma f బదులు f comma p అని ఇస్తున్నారమ్మా. U of p comma f instead of they are giving u of f comma p, both same ma. U of p comma f, u of f comma p, one and the same under notation wise ma. Right? Now our next work is for this kf function ma, find lower Riemann integral value and upper Riemann integral value. If both are equal, then you can conclude the condition ma. Right? Now let us go for your condition ma. అమ్మ ఇక్కడ మీరు లోయర్ రైమన్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ని ఇలా డినోట్ చేయవచ్చు అన్నాను, ఎల్లో డినోట్ చేయవచ్చు అన్నానమ్మా. ఇక్కడ మీకు వెరైటీ కోసం ఎల్లో రాస్తున్నాను, ఎగ్జామ్లో ఇచ్చినా కూడా మీరు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ కాకుండా ఉండడానికి ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ప్రొసీడ్ విత్ ఎల్ మా, ఎల్తో ప్రొసీడ్ అవుతున్నామ్మా. దట్ మీన్స్ వీ నో దట్ L of kf is equal to, L of kf is nothing but what, ఈ వర్డ్ కూడా రాస్తున్నాను, ఇంటిగ్రల్ a bar to b f of a, sorry, a bar to be k f of x, k into f of x into dx. This is your L of kf. అంటే లోయర్ రేమన్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ ఫర్ కేఎఫ్ మా యూ కెన్ డినోట్ విత్ దిస్. దీంతో కూడా డినోట్ చేయవచ్చు కాబట్టి ఆ నోటేషన్ కూడా రాస్తున్నాను మీకు ఎగ్జామ్లో ఈ నోటేషన్ ఇచ్చిన కన్ఫ్యూజ్ కాకుండా ఉండడానికి. రైట్ నౌ హియర్ వన్స్ గో త్రూ మా దిస్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు నౌ ఫర్ కేఎఫ్ ఫంక్షన్ మా వాట్ ఈజ్ లోయర్ రేమన్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ మా it is supremum of according to the definition ma L of p comma kf such that p belongs to phi of closed interval a comma b. Any difficulty here ma? ఏం లేదమ్మా ఇక్కడ ఎఫ్ అనుకుందాం, క్యాపిటల్ ఎఫ్ అనుకుందాం. ఇంటిగ్రల్ ఏ బార్ టు బి క్యాపిటల్ ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ డిఎక్స్ ఇస్ వాట్ మా అకార్డింగ్ టు ద డెఫినేషన్ సుప్రీమమ్ ఆఫ్ ఎల్ ఆఫ్ పీ కామా క్యాపిటల్ ఎఫ్ సచ్ దట్ పీ బిలాంగ్స్ టు ఫై ఆఫ్ క్లోజ్డ్ ఇంటర్వల్ ఏ కామా బి. క్యాపిటల్ ఎఫ్ బదులు ఏముంది ఇక్కడ మనకి k into f ఉంది, దట్ ఐ టేక్ ఇన్, రైట్. బట్ ఆల్రెడీ యు నో మా L of p comma kf is what ma k into L of p comma f or not. Here I am using that ma, so that this result will goes to supremum of k into L of p comma f such that p belongs to phi of closed interval a comma b. Any doubt is there? This k is constant ma, you can take outside ma. Then this you can write as what ma k into supremum of L of p comma f such that p belongs to phi of closed interval a comma b ma, right. But what is supremum of L of p comma f such that p belongs to phi of closed interval a comma b ma? Is it your integral a bar to b f of x into dx or not by the definition of lower Riemann integral ma? That is this. Otherwise this you can write as what ma, simply L of f. Any way you can proceed ma. This is equal to k into, simply I am writing it as what ma, L of f ma, right. L of f means what ma, కావాలంటే వన్ మోర్ టర్మ్ రాస్తాను మీకు కన్వీనియన్స్ ఉండడానికి. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు బేసికలీ k ఇంటూ ఇంటిగ్రల్ a bar to b f of x into dx. Otherwise this you can write as k into L of f. But already we know this equal to this or this equal to this, anything you can use ma. According to number 1, L of f is equal to what ma, this integral a to b f of x into dx or not, that substitute here ma. Now this is equal to what ma, k into integral a to b f of x into dx ma. Let it be, this is relation number 1 ma. This is your lower Riemann integral value for kf ma. ఇది మన kf కి లోయర్ రేమన్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ వాల్యూ మా. ఇక్కడ రీజన్ కావాలంటే నెంబర్ 1 అని రాయండి బెటర్, సిన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ 1 లైక్ దిస్. లెట్ us go for this నెంబర్ 2 తీసుకుందాం అమ్మా. లెట్ us go for అప్పర్ రేమన్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ మా. దట్ మీన్స్ u of kf. We know that u of kf is equal to u of kf అన్న this integral a to b bar f of x, sorry, integral a to b bar k into f of x dx anna one and the same. There is no difference at all. According to the definition of your condition ma, upper Riemann integral ma, what is this ma? It is infimum of u of p comma kf such that p belongs to phi of closed interval a comma b. Understand అయిందా లేదమ్మా? Just upper Riemann integral value we proceed here ma, right. But again u of p comma kf you can write as k into u of p comma f na. Then this is what ma, infimum of k into, according to this condition ma, k into u of p comma f such that p belongs to phi of closed interval a comma b ma, right. Now let us take k outside the condition ma, because constant k is constant number, so that you can take outside ma, infimum of u of p comma f or f comma p such that p belongs to phi of closed interval a comma b ma, right. But what is this ma? Infimum of UPF means what ma? Is it upper Riemann or not ma? I mean this you can write as k into integral a to b bar f of x into dx by the definition of your upper Riemann integral. But integral a to b bar f of x into dx you can write as what ma? L of u of f na. So that this should be what ma? K into u of f ma. u of f anna integral a to b bar f of x into dx anna one and the same. That I proceed here ma, right? But from relation number 1, what is u of f ma? Is it this or not? Then this is equal to k into integral a to b f of x into dx, let it be number 3 since from 1. This is according to number 1 ma. Right? Now once concentrate these two relations 2 and 3, both are equal na? From 2 and 3 implies, from 2 and 3 implies what we have? L of kf is equal to k into integral a to b f of x into dx, which is equal to u of kf. That means upper Riemann integral value is equal to lower Riemann integral value. Upper Riemann integral value equal to lower Riemann integral value. So that is it Riemann integrable or not? From this directly you can write, therefore kf is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b. Kf is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b. Whenever f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b and k is any real number ma, kf is also Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b ma. Right? This is about your new question. అమ్మ ఇక్కడ ఎల్ ఆఫ్ కేఎఫ్ ఇలా నొటేషన్స్ యూస్ చేసిన ఏం కన్ఫ్యూజ్ కాలేదు కదా, అందుకే క్లియర్ రాస్తున్నాను. ఎల్ ఆఫ్ ఎఫ్ అంటే మీనింగ్ ఇదమ్మా, ఎల్ ఆఫ్ కేఎఫ్ అంటే ఏంటమ్మా, దీనికి కేతో మల్టిప్లై చేసుకోండి. యూ ఆఫ్ ఎఫ్ అంటే ఇదమ్మా అప్పర్ రేమన్ ఇంటిగ్రల్. యూ ఆఫ్ కేఎఫ్ మీన్స్ వాట్ మా, హియర్ ఇన్సైడ్ మల్టిప్లై విత్ కే టు దట్ ఫంక్షన్. రైట్? అంటే మీకు నొటేషన్స్ ఇలా కూడా ఇస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి ఎక్కువ ఇలా ఇస్తున్నారు ఎగ్జామినేషన్, కన్ఫ్యూజ్ కాకుండా ఉండడానికి కొన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ నేను ఈ నొటేషన్లో కూడా వర్క్ చేస్తాను ఫర్ యువర్ కన్వీనియన్స్. రైట్? This is about your theorem number 7 ma. Yes, now see next theorem ma, theorem number 8, which is a very very important theorem ma. It is the dominating theorem in this unit ma. That theorem name is necessary and sufficient condition. Necessary and sufficient condition for integrability of a function. State and prove necessary and sufficient condition for integrability condition ante chalu, you must go through for this statement. You must remember statement also. This is very very important theorem. ఇక్కడ నుంచి వర్క్ చేసే థియరమ్స్ అన్ని కూడా చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ థియరమ్స్ మా. This is one of them, right? Yes, see the statement ma. A bounded function f is mapping from closed interval a comma b to R is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b if and only if for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a partition P of closed interval a comma b such that 0 is less than or equal to UPF or UFP ఎలాగైనా ఇవ్వచ్చమ్మా, మైనస్ LPF or LF comma P is less than epsilon. This is your statement of necessary and sufficient condition for integrability of a function ma. A bounded function f is mapping from closed interval a comma b to R is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b if and only if for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a partition P of closed interval a comma b such that 0 less than or equal to UPF minus LPF is strictly less than epsilon. Whenever the given statement, sometimes they are not giving 0 less than or equal to, it is not compulsory. Actual meaning is this only. A bounded function f is mapping from closed interval a comma b to R is Riemann integrable if and only if for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a partition P of closed interval a comma b such that UPF minus LPF is less than epsilon. This is the statement. ఇది న్యాచురల్గా యూపీఎఫ్ మైనస్ ఎల్పిఎఫ్ ఈజ్ ఆల్వేస్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0 కాబట్టి ఇది ఉంటుంది. అంటే సమ్ టైమ్స్ ఇది ఇవ్వకపోయినా కూడా ఇది ఇచ్చినా కూడా సేమ్ ప్రూఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రొసీడ్. This is your condition ma. This is one of the strong property also. After completing this proof I will go for that property. A property ento మనం తర్వాత చూద్దామమ్మా. First go for the proof ma. Here two conditions available ma. If and only if, both conditions available ma. For both conditions common area is what ma? F is mapping from closed interval a comma b to R is a bounded function. First I am writing that ma. Here two conditions we have ma, necessary condition and sufficient condition ma. For both conditions what is common area ma? This is common area. Given that F is mapping from closed interval a comma b to R is a bounded function. This is the common area ma, right? Now first I am going to proceed necessary condition ma, right? What is the statement of necessary condition ma? Can you guess it? Necessary condition statement మీరు ఏంటో గెస్ చేయగలుగుతారా? రెగ్యులర్ ఆర్డర్ ఆఫ్ ది స్టేట్మెంట్ మా. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? ఇఫ్ f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b, then we have to show that for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a partition p of closed interval a comma b such that 0 less than or equal to upf minus lpf is strictly less than epsilon. Clearly I am going to write the statement ma. If here directly I will write ma. If board saripodu, that's why I am doing like this ma. F is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b, then we have to show that for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists p belongs to phi of closed interval a comma b. Meaning of this is what ma? P is a partition of closed interval a comma b such that 0 less than or equal to upf minus lpf is strictly less than epsilon. First of all I want to show upf minus lpf is strictly less than epsilon. After that I can proceed this is greater than or equal to 0. From that you get this total thing ma, right? This is your result ma. But in this first I am going to take given condition ma. In the statement they are giving that f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b ma. Whenever f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b, is it this is possible or not ma? L of f means lower Riemann integral is equal to integral a to b f of x into dx is equal to upper Riemann integral, it is what ma? U of f. In your material I given this as integral a bar to b f of x into dx, this is integral a to b bar f of x into dx. మీకు ఎగ్జామ్లో కన్ఫ్యూజ్ కాకుండా ఉండడానికి ఈ నోటేషన్స్ కూడా యూస్ చేస్తున్నాను. మన మెటీరియల్లో మటుకు ఇక్కడ పర్ఫెక్ట్ లోయర్ అండ్ అప్పర్ రేమన్ ఇంటిగ్రల్స్ అవి ప్రొసీడ్ మా. దానికి దీనికి మీరు కంపేర్ చేస్తే కన్ఫ్యూజ్ కాకండి. ప్రొసీడ్ ఇన్ దిస్ మన ఈ నోటేషన్స్ యూస్ చేస్తే ఇంకా క్లారిటీగా ఉంటుంది ఎగ్జామినేషన్, బికాస్ మీ ప్రిస్క్రైబ్డ్ బుక్ నోటేషన్స్ యూస్ చేసినట్టుగా ఉంటుంది. ఫర్ దట్ కాస్ ఐ ప్రొసీడ్ దిస్ మా అండ్ లెట్ దిస్ బి నెంబర్ 1. ఎనీ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఈస్ దేర్? Here I want to proceed Darboux condition ma. You know Darboux condition, in the previous class we defined ma. Darboux condition is given by what is that Darboux condition ma? Whenever f is Riemann integrable, whenever f is Riemann integrable, I mean by Darboux condition for each epsilon greater than 0 we have what ma? Whenever f is bounded on closed interval a comma b ma, according to Darboux condition, simply I will write like this ma. By Darboux condition and direct proceed అయితనమ్మ. By Darboux condition ఇంకా మళ్ళీ given by అని మళ్ళీ ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేయకుండా, for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists a partition p of closed interval a comma b such that, yes, what is that condition ma? 2 bits available ma. Bit number 1 is upf or ufp is less than integral a bar to b, sorry, integral a to b bar f of x into dx plus epsilon by 2, and other condition is what ma? Second bit ma, L of p comma f or f comma p is greater than integral a bar to b f of x into dx minus epsilon by 2 with norm of the partition is less than delta. You know this condition ma. These conditions also, these notations also I want to write L and U ma. L and U లో నేను నోటేషన్స్ రాస్తున్నామా. I mean this you can write as what ma, u of p comma f is less than L of f plus epsilon by 2 and L of p comma f or f comma p is greater than L of u of p comma f is less than u of f, because this is u of f plus epsilon by 2. L of p comma f is greater than L of f minus epsilon by 2. It is true for each epsilon greater than 0 and norm of the partition should be what ma, less than delta. Any problem with this ma? ఇక్కడ వరకు ఏమైనా ఇన్కన్వీనియన్స్ ఉందమ్మా మీ కండిషన్లో, రైట్? ఓకే, ఐ విల్ కీప్ దిస్ వన్ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ మా. ఇది నెంబర్ 1 అనుకుంటాను, నెంబర్ 2 అనుకుంటాను మన కంటిన్యూషన్, బికాజ్ ఆల్రెడీ నెంబర్ 1 హియర్ అవైలబుల్ మా, రైట్? ఇది నెంబర్ 2 అనుకుంటున్నానమ్మా, రైట్? దీన్ని కొంచెం మనం రీకన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేసి నెంబర్ 2 అనుకుందాం బెటర్, బికాస్ హియర్ ఐ వాంట్ యూజ్ నెంబర్ 1 ఫస్ట్. దీంట్లో నెంబర్ 1 యూజ్ చేస్తాను, దెన్ దిస్ బికమ్స్ వాట్ మా, u of p comma f is less than, what is u of f ma according to number 1? Integral a to b f of x into dx or not? Integral a to b f of x into dx plus epsilon by 2. Let it be, this is number 2, and L of f comma p or p comma f is greater than, what is L of f ma? Integral a to b f of x into dx minus epsilon by 2 ma. Any problem is there మా? క్లియర్ మా? మీ నోట్స్లో ఇది మట్టుకు ఇది ఈ నొటేషన్ ఇచ్చినాను, దీనికి ఏమని ఇచ్చినాను, లోయర్ రేమన్ ఇంటిగ్రల్, దీనికి అప్పర్ రేమన్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ నొటేషన్ ఇచ్చినాను. బీ కేర్ఫుల్, ఇలా దీనికి ఇది ఇచ్చినాను, దీనికి దీంతో కంటిన్యూ చేసినాను. నేను మీకు ఎగ్జామ్లో కూడా ఎవరైనా అదర్ అంటే దీనిపై నాలెడ్జ్ లేని వాళ్ళు కరెక్షన్కి వచ్చినా కూడా సేమ్ నొటేషన్స్ ఉండడానికి ఐఎమ్ యూజింగ్ దీస్ నొటేషన్స్ మా. ఈ నొటేషన్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నామా, రైట్? Okay, this is number 2 ma. I want to continue this relation ma. For this relation I want to multiply with minus 1 on both sides ma, to make this relation also less than. Same relation రావడానికి ఏం చేస్తాను, ఈ రెండు దీనికి మొత్తానికి I want to multiply with minus 1 ma. Then we have minus L of p comma f is less than minus integral a to b f of x into dx plus epsilon by 2. Understood or not? Let it be, this is number 3. మొత్తాన్ని minus 1 తో మల్టిప్లై చేస్తే greater than becomes what ma, less than, right? In the next step add these two relations ma. ఈ రెండు రిలేషన్స్ యాడ్ చేద్దామమ్మా. 2 plus 3 implies, right? అమ్మా 2 plus 3 కూడా కాదమ్మా, 2 plus 3 implies, right? ఇంకొంచెం దీన్ని కంటిన్యూ చేస్తామా, సారీ లిటిల్ బిట్, ఇక్కడ మైనస్ కదమ్మా, ప్లస్ కదమ్మా, రైట్? ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్ వాట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు డూ మా, by using this ma, I want to find integral a to b value ma. దీని నుండి integral a to b value calculate చేయాలి అనుకుంటున్నాను. For that this minus term take on to this side, this take on to other side, and then replace here with this ma, direct replace చేయడానికమ్మా. I mean దీన్ని ఇలా రాస్తున్నానమ్మా, integral a to b f of x into dx is less than L of p comma f plus epsilon by 2. అర్థమైందా లేదమ్మా? దిస్ ఈజ్ నెంబర్ 3 అనుకుందామమ్మా. ఏమీ లేదు, దిస్ వీ టేకెన్ టు దిస్ అండ్ దిస్ వీ టేకెన్ టు దిస్. ఇక నౌ గో టు దీస్ టూ రిలేషన్స్ మా, బోత్ అండర్ సేమ్ ఆర్డర్, సేమ్ ఆర్డర్లో ఉన్నవి కాబట్టి డైరెక్ట్లీ దిస్ టర్మ్ వీ కెన్ రీప్లేస్ విత్ దిస్. సేమ్ ఆర్డర్ ఉంటేనే చేయాలి, ఇక్కడ లెస్ దెన్ ఉంటే ఇక్కడ లెస్ దెన్ ఉంటేనే ఈ టర్మ్తో దీన్ని రీప్లేస్ చేయవచ్చు, అప్పుడు రిలేషన్లో ఎలాంటి చేంజ్ ఉండదమ్మా. దట్ మీన్స్ వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ 3 in 2 మా. యూజింగ్ relation 3 in 2 we get, yes, what is that one slope ma, u of p comma f is less than, yes, in place of this ma, proceed this ma, what is that, L of p comma f plus epsilon by 2 plus this epsilon by 2 I written as it is, right? ఇప్పుడు ఫైనల్గా వచ్చిన రిజల్ట్ ఏంటో ఒకసారి చూడండి అమ్మా. దిస్ ఇంప్లాయిస్ u of f comma p or p comma f minus L of p comma f is less than epsilon. Any problem? In the next step take I had taken this one to this side, epsilon by 2 plus epsilon by 2 becomes what ma, epsilon, means upf minus lpf is less than what ma, epsilon ma, right? This is another relation, if you want you can take ma. I am taking simple expression number 1 ma. Okay, this part we got ma. Now once go to this ma. We know the relation between UPF and LPF. Already I explained in the introduction class of this chapter. Ma. U of P comma F is always greater than or equal to L of P comma F. Reason is what, ma? UPF we are going to define according to supremum, and LPF you are going to define according to infimum. Supremum is always greater than or equal to infimum. That's why UPF is greater than or equal to LPF. Ma. Now take this one to left side. Then what we get, ma? UPF minus LPF is greater than or equal to 0. Let it be, this is simple expression number 2. Now just combine these two relations now. This is greater than or equal to 0, or 0 less than or equal to this one and the same or not. I mean from simple expressions 1 and 2 implies 0 less than or equal to UPF minus LPF. That is your second relation. Ma. I am writing in the reverse order. 0 less than or equal to this, which is strictly less than epsilon. Ma. Is it completes your condition or not? Ma? Whenever f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b, we proved that 0 is less than or equal to UPF minus LPF is strictly less than epsilon. This is about necessary condition, one case only. Idantha kuda entama only necessary condition part. Ma. Now let us go for sufficient condition, ma, which is case 2. Ma. Now sufficient condition work chezdama. Ma. You can define statement of sufficient condition. Ma. Manam sufficient condition statement ni form cheyochu. Yes, sufficient condition is yes. What is the statement of sufficient condition, ma? Reverse order of the statement. If simply I am writing like this, ma. 0 is less than or equal to UPF or UFP minus LPF or LFP is less than epsilon, then we have to show that F is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b. This is your sufficient condition. Reverse order, ma. Whenever this is possible, we have to show f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b. But when do you say f is Riemann integrable, ma? If lower Riemann integrable and upper Riemann integral values are same on closed interval a comma b. That work we are doing, ma, right? For that first I am taking given condition, ma. In this also, ma, this is not required. That is the natural condition. Here main condition is what, ma? UPF minus LPF less than epsilon. But I am taking complete relation, ma. Given that 0 less than or equal to UPF minus LPF is strictly less than epsilon for each epsilon greater than 0. According, take this as number 1, ma, right? In the next step, ma, I want to define the relation between upper Riemann integral and upper Riemann sum, U of f and U of f comma p. In the similar way, lower Riemann integral and lower Riemann sum, it is L of f and L of p comma f. Relation I am going to form. For that, first go through your U of f comma p relation in terms of upper Riemann integral. This is a known condition for you. We know that integral a to b bar f of x into dx is equal to, according to the definition of upper Riemann integral, ma, infimum of U of p comma f such that p belongs to phi of closed interval a comma b, ma, right? That means in all UPFs infimum minimum is this, ma. Any doubt here, ma? Ikkada mana incarnates undamma? Then what is the relation between these two things, ma? Ee renditiki unna relation entama? This implies integral a to b bar f of x into dx should be what, ma? Less than UPF or less than or equal to UPF, ma. Because if UPF is infimum directly, then this is equal to UPF, ma. In other cases, ma, this lower upper Riemann integral is always what, ma? Less comparing with your all UPFs, ma, because infimum of all UPFs is upper Riemann, ma. Understood or not? For our convenience, we are writing this one as L of f. Any problem? U of f, ma. I mean this implies U of f is less than or equal to U of p comma f, ma. Right? Take this as some relation number 2 for our convenience, ma. In the similar way, go for lower Riemann result, ma. we know that integral a bar to b f of x into dx is equal to supremum of L of p comma f such that p belongs to phi of closed interval a comma b. That means in all LPFs ma supremum is this, so that is it this is greater than or equal to LPF or not? Absolutely, that I am writing here ma. Integral a bar to b f of x into dx is greater than or equal to LPF or LFP, any order you can write. But this I want to write in terms of L ma, so that this you can write as L of F na. Amma, in your material I was not written this ma. Here only I proceed stopped ma. But for your convenience I am taking this extra word ma. This implies L of F is greater than or equal to L of P comma F ma. Right? Let it be, this is number 3 ma. In the next step ma, let us take subtraction of these two relations 2 and 3 ma. 2 minus 3 implies we are taking subtraction of 2 and 3 ma. What we have ma? Subtraction means to proceed subtraction ma, to proceed subtraction or addition ma, your relation order should be in the same direction. Here less than is there, here greater than is there. That's why what we have to show ma, proceed ma, here multiply with minus 1 on both sides, so that it becomes less than or not ma. I mean just I am reconstructing here ma. Minus L of F is less than or equal to minus L of P comma F. Take this as number 3 better. Okay na? Now take addition of these two relations ma. 2 plus 3 ka 2 minus 3 ane badalu 2 plus 3 antunnanu, because already here I taken subtraction ma. Yes, add these two relations ma. For that add these two things and add these two things individually. This relation should be same ma. I mean here it is what ma? U of F minus L of F is less than or equal to U of P comma F minus L of P comma F ma. Right? In your notes what is ma? Integral a to b bar f of x into dx minus integral a bar to b f of x into dx is less than or equal to UPF minus LPF is there ma. Same, both are same ma in the meaning wise, right? But according to relation number 1 ma, this is the given condition, UPF minus LPF is less than epsilon or not. This is less than epsilon or not ma, right? Clearly I am writing, but UPF minus LPF is strictly less than epsilon since from 1 ma. According to number 1, this UPF minus LPF less than epsilon ma. Now here this is less than or equal to this is less than epsilon means this is also less than epsilon or not. That word I am writing here ma. I mean this implies U of F minus L of F is strictly less than epsilon. Any problem is there ma? Up to here any inconvenience ma? Yes, this one take as number 4 for our convenience ma. Right? But already we know that upper Riemann integral value is always greater than or equal to lower Riemann integral value. That word I am writing here ma. We know that integral a to b bar f of x into dx is greater than or equal to integral a bar to b f of x into dx ma. At your Riemann integral definition I defined this property ma, right? Yes, this write down in terms of u and f ma, for our convenience. I mean this you can write as u of f is always greater than or equal to L of f. Any problem is there? Now take this L of f to left side ma. Then what we get? U of f minus L of f is greater than or equal to 0. Otherwise we say 0 less than or equal to u of f minus L of f ma. Now just combine these two relations ma. From 4 and 5 implies we have 0 less than or equal to u of f minus L of f is strictly less than epsilon. Any problem is there? But already we know that epsilon is greater than 0. You know that condition. Epsilon is what ma? A least positive real number ma, right? Whenever epsilon greater than 0 ma, is it minus epsilon is less than 0 or not? Naturally epsilon greater than 0, multiply with minus 1 on both sides ma, minus epsilon is less than 0 or not. Now combine these two relations ma, that is clearly I am writing ma. Minus epsilon is less than 0, which is less than or equal to u of f minus L of f, which is strictly less than epsilon ma, where epsilon is a least positive real number. Yes, are you understood meaning of this ma? దీని మీనింగ్ అర్థమైందమ్మా? బేసికలీ హియర్ ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ టేక్ ఎప్సిలాన్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0.001 లీస్ట్ పాజిటివ్ రియల్ నెంబర్ మా, మైనస్ 0.001కి ప్లస్ 0.001కి మధ్యలో ఇది ఉంది అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? ఈజ్ ఇట్ అప్రాక్సిమేట్లీ 0 ఆర్ నాట్ మా? I mean from this directly what we can write ma, u of f minus l of f is equal to 0. This implies we say that u of f is equal to l of f. Are you understood this meaning ma? Ikkada clear indicate chestunna. If you can take epsilon as 0.01 ma, minus 0.01 is less than upf minus lpf is less than plus 0.01 means it is nearly 0 or not? That one I taken. Nearly 0 means mod 0. You can take like this ma. Modulus of this is 0 ma, but this is already positive real number ma, so that this you can write as what ma, u of f minus l of f equal to 0 ma. From this what do you say? Mod u of f minus l of f should be 0 ma, but u of f minus l of f is always positive number, so that if you can keep modulus or remove modulus, no problem at all. Like that we got this ma. Take this one to other side, you got this ma. Now we got u of f equal to l of f. U of f equal to L of f means what ma? Integral a to b bar f of x into dx is equal to integral a bar to b f of x into dx ma. This is u of f, this is L of f ma. From this what do you say ma? Is it f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b or not? Therefore f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b. Initially we taken 0 less than or equal to upf minus lpf is strictly less than epsilon. Using that we proved what ma? F is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b ma. This is the proof of sufficient condition ma, right? This is very very important theorem. This year I am expecting this theorem ma. ఇది ఈ సంవత్సరం మనకి ఎగ్జామ్లో అడగడానికి పాసిబిలిటీ ఉంటుంది, రైట్ అమ్మా? ఇదే ఆర్డర్ ఉండాలని రూల్ లేదు. మన నోటేషన్స్ చేంజ్ చేస్తున్నా లాజికల్గా స్టేట్మెంట్ కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేయండి. You must concentrate your statement logically and write down proof in this manner ma. Necessary proof and both sufficient proof ma, right? This is your necessary and sufficient condition for integrability of a function ma. But how can you proceed this one as property? I said this is one of the very big property in this chapter ma. How can you use this one ma? It is very simple ma. If suppose in some question ma, they given f is bounded function ma on some closed interval a comma b, they are giving that f is mapping from closed interval a comma b to r is bounded ma, and you have to show there, you must show that f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b there ma. For that no need to go through basic definition. No need to find upper Riemann integral separately, lower Riemann integral separately, and both are equal or not. You have to verify. After that you can conclude ma. That is your basic procedure ma. But from here onwards, by using this property, no need to go through all those things ma. To prove f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b, simply it is sufficient to show that upf minus lpf is less than epsilon. That is enough ma. If you can show u of f comma p minus l of f comma p is less than epsilon ma, where epsilon is a least positive real number ma. Amma ikkada epsilon ante kuda don't misunderstand ma, it is least positive real number. Sometimes here you can take epsilon by 2, epsilon by 3, 2 epsilon, like that all are least positive real numbers ma, right? If you can show upf minus lpf is less comparing with a least positive real number, if you can show ma, you say that function f is what ma? Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b. That is the meaning of this property. అంటే ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ మనం అప్పర్ లోయర్ రేమన్ ఇంటిగ్రల్స్ ఫైండ్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. జస్ట్ అప్పర్ అండ్ లోయర్ రేమన్ సమ్స్ ఫైండ్ చేయండి చాలు. వాటి సబ్ట్రాక్షన్ తీసుకోండి. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ లెస్ దెన్ లీస్ట్ పాజిటివ్ రియల్ నెంబర్ ఎప్సిలాన్ మా, then you say f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b. If suppose it is not less than epsilon ma, then f never be Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b. Reason is this is necessary and sufficient condition. Suppose upf minus lpf or u of f comma p minus l of f comma p is not less than epsilon ma, అంటే లీస్ట్ పాజిటివ్ రియల్ నెంబర్ కంటే తక్కువ రాలేదు అనుకోండి. ఇన్ సచ్ కేస్ ఎఫ్ నెవర్ బి Riemann integrable on that interval ma, right? And one more ma, if suppose anywhere you got f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b ma, ఎక్కడో మనం వర్క్ చేసేప్పుడు f is Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b వచ్చింది అనుకోండి. అకార్డింగ్ టు దిస్ కండిషన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ వాట్ వీ కెన్ టేక్ మా, upf minus lpf is less than epsilon or ufp minus lfp is less than epsilon, directly you can take ma. అర్థమైందా లేదా మనం చెప్పిన మీనింగ్? ఎఫ్ రేమన్ ఇంటిగ్రబుల్ అయ్యింది అంటే చాలు యూపీఎఫ్ మైనస్ ఎల్పిఎఫ్ లెస్ దెన్ ఎప్సిలాన్. ఇన్ ద సిమిలర్ వే whenever UPF minus LPF is strictly less than epsilon, then F should be what ma? Riemann integrable on closed interval a comma b. This is your above condition ma, right? అమ్మ ఇక్కడి నుండి మనం ఏ ఫంక్షన్ రేమన్ ఇంటిగ్రబుల్ అని ప్రూవ్ చేయాల్సి వచ్చినా చాలు, ఇక బేసిక్ డెఫినేషన్కి వెళ్ళొద్దు. జస్ట్ గో త్రూ ఫర్ దిస్. Find u of f comma p minus l of f comma p and let us verify whether it is less than epsilon or not. If it is less than epsilon, then you say f is Riemann integrable ma, otherwise it is not Riemann integrable ma, right? So ఇలా మనం ఇక్కడ నుండి ఎనీ థీరమ్స్ ఆర్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్లో మనం రేమన్ ఇంటిగ్రబిలిటీ వెరిఫికేషన్ చేయాలంటే యూ మస్ట్ గో త్రూ దిస్ కండిషన్ ఓన్లీ. దీన్ని ఫైండ్ చేయండి, వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ లెస్ దెన్ ఎప్సిలాన్ ఆర్ నాట్, వెరిఫై, విత్ దట్ యూ కెన్ కంక్లూడ్ ద కండిషన్, రైట్? ఇది ఇండివిజువల్లీ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థీరమ్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద వెరీ స్ట్రాంగ్ ప్రాపర్టీ ఇన్ ఫర్దర్ స్టేజెస్, రైట్? దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ యువర్ నెసెసరీ అండ్ సఫిషియంట్ కండిషన్ ఫర్ ఇంటిగ్రబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఏ ఫంక్షన్.